Magnificent Monday morning of miracles and manifestations. You know, the word of the day comes from Genesis, where we find Jacob having to let go of his wife, let go of his kids, let go of all his substance. And the world in this journey will do that to you. You'll come to a place where you gotta let go. You've gotta surrender. I've gotten there several times in my life. 2013 was one of those times. I had to surrender. I had to surrender it all. And even though my wife and my honey love was around, I was left alone. Even though my children were around, I was left alone. There was something going on the inside. So Jacob releases, he surrenders his wives, his children, all of his substance, and he's left alone, and God shows up and he wrestles with them. Being alone is a beautiful thing. So if you're alone today, if you don't feel like you have anybody in your corner, God says, good. You don't have any distractions. So when he shows up, you can see only him. You ain't distracted by your spouse. You ain't distracted by your kids. You ain't distracted by your money. If you having a financial challenge, if you're in between blessings, that's good. You don't have that to distract you. And that's where I was in 2013. And I was left alone and God showed up. I wanted to cry because I was like, Lord, rescue your baby. Rescue your little lamb. And he says, I didn't come to meet with the little lamb. I came to meet with the lion. I made you in my image and after my likeness. And yes, you have a lamb within. And yes, you have had seasons in my bosom. But this ain't that season. This is the season to express the conquering lion that I made you. This is the season to express dominion and authority and might. And so I was crying, Lord, rescue your baby. But he showed up. I had tears for him. He had a fight for me. I said, Lord, rescue your baby. He said, come on, let's fight. And he began to fight with me like he fought with Jacob. And he fought with Jacob till Jacob got mad. He like, yeah. Till Jacob roared. Till Jacob heard the lion within. Till Jacob got angry and wanted to fight. Till Jacob fought until he loved to fight. He shows up and he's like, yeah, let's fight. Because I want you to know the conqueror I've made. I want you to know the lion I have made. I want you to know that you are a conquering lion. And so he wrestles with Jacob until Jacob went from wanting to fight to loving to fight. Then he said, yeah, because he is love And love isn't love until love can be expressed. And love expresses itself by giving. He wanted to give Jacob something that he'd waited on. But he couldn't give it to Jacob till Jacob got alone. He couldn't give it to Jacob until Jacob wanted to fight. He couldn't give it to Jacob till Jacob loved to fight. He couldn't give it to Jacob until Jacob learned to fight with the word. Because Jesus is the word. And so if you feel like fighting today, good. 6 months left in the year. Fight. Because in the fight, God reveals to Jacob. See, you thought that your name was Jacob. He said, what is your name? And that's what God is asking us today. What is our name? Because you think that your name is what your earthly father gave you. But God has a greater name. Just like he said to Jacob, your name is no more Jacob, but Israel. For you are a prince of God, and you have power with God and with man, and you have prevailed. So God shows up to wrestle with us, to let us know that we have a lion within, and that he created us to have dominion, to have authority, and to prevail. We are more than conquerors today. We have prevailed. Not that we will prevail, we have prevailed. And so no matter what the fight looks like, you fight with the word. I fight with the word. We fight with the word. The word has already conquered. The word has already prevailed. So we have prevailed. Surrender all. Just like I had to. Just like Jacob has to. We all get to a point in life where we have to surrender it all. And we left alone so that God could show up. No distractions. So he can let us know the lion we have within, the fight we have within, the roar we have within, the authority, the dominion, the might. And he says, we are Prince of God Almighty. We are royal. Don't take your crown off. Keep your crown on today. Speak the word only. Imagine what a king or queen looks like. Jumping off the throne, throwing off their crown, breaking off their necklace and their bangles to fist fight when they have an army standing still, waiting for that one word. So let us keep our crown on today. And let's speak that one word. If you can't say, be still and know. If you can't say, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. If we can't say today, God shall supply all my needs according to his riches and glory, we can say, Jesus, he is the word. So let us keep our crown on today and speak the word only, Jesus.